Future just dropped his 10th studio album, and he might just be the GOAT of trap if we're talking longevity and melodic vocals. But how do his producers like Metro Boomin, Southside, and ATL Jacob actually make his beats? Well, I've studied the technical side of the real me, so you don't have to. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how to make hard trap melodies, go crazy with the drums, and get your mixes knocking like the pros. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so I think the first two tracks of the album really set the tone and give you that true Future sound. He does melodic stuff as well, but I want to go with something hard and show you how to make something similar. The BPM varies, but the first two sit around 130, so we'll start here. And then if we want to go for something faster, we could go up to like 160. And the first thing I want to start with is a pad. I like this preset, and for dark melodies, they usually start with something like this. You'll have a root note. You'll go up 3, then up 4. Everyone knows this. And then, of course, copying it over and bringing it down 1. It's the foundation of a lot of dark trap melodies, but we need to switch it up a bit so it's not so basic. So I'm just making cuts to come up with a repetitive pattern. Even that could work. Just to set the tone. We just want something dark and repetitive to start with. Now let's copy that, find another preset, we'll just layer it. Now I'm thinking we find some type of pluck. This one's kind of hard. I think with that one though, we'll just take out some of the low end. So we've got 4 layers now, it's more than enough. But each is serving a purpose. If you listen to each one, we're taking up different frequency ranges. This one's more high. This one's a bit lower. And this is sitting in the low mids. Okay, now I'm hearing some type of art. Go to my Molten Bank. Again, just something repetitive. Let's try some halftime though. Or just to get more of an interesting sound, let's hit Alt and Y to flip that. Then we'll render it. And then I'm going to reverse this one. So it's the same pattern, but we'll get that reverse sound. So I like sounds like this. They just have some weird texture. Definitely not done yet though, we're still missing a few synth sounds. So I'm going to pull up Code Producer on the master, and I'm just going to let it listen to what we made so far. Now, Code Producer is like a cheat code, man. When you're making dark trap beats, using synth phrases, especially things like leads and ARPs, can be a really good way to get quick ideas down. But rather than going through loads of different folders, what Code Producer does is it's going to take the context of your idea and then make recommendations based on that will fit rhythmically and harmonically. And it's using outputs library, so it's not like AI that just generates things for you. I actually think this is missing dark analog synth lead. Let's try this. Now when we're browsing through samples, everything will be in key. It will match the project BPM and it will just speed up our workflow. See, it sounds like this. They're perfect. See, it's already matching the BPM. Let's try a vintage synth art. This one could work. Let's try and speed that up though. It's up to every 4. Fade this in. That could be hard too. just another nice accent. And when I start adding a few sounds, I like to let co-producer re-listen to it so then it has more context. And sometimes I won't even type anything in, I'll just click find samples and then it might recommend some stuff I might not have thought of. This one could work. Yeah, these are the type of sounds we need. Ooh, this one. See how you just know straight away. Just makes picking these phrases way easier. Let's cut this one out. So man, it's perfect for adding those extra layers or finishing touches to your melody. So if you guys want to try Co-Producer completely free, use the link in the description, and if you decide to keep it, you'll get 50% off your first paid month. So huge shout out to Output for actually sponsoring this video. Alright, I think we can push this a bit further. So I'm going to render the master so it bounces everything together. Yeah, this is going to go hard when the drums are in. Let's see if we can change the bounce a bit. Yeah, maybe this could be the verse section, just so there's a switch up. I'm also going to pull up Layerizer on this verse section, just because it's perfect for these type of beats. It's that Cactus texture preset every time, man. I just like to render that as a separate layer. It's hard. Alright, let's see what this sounds like with drums, and then we could always add to it. Let's go to the Sacred Trap Suite. A lot of Futures beats still use the spins, so we're going to use that. But we can just boost it, maybe add the EQ too, and then increase the out. Actually, let's get the snare in first. Maybe this one. So we can get the 8-weight in. Let's just swap that around. I'm going to come back to the 8-weight and spice it up soon. I just want to get the main sounds in first. So yeah, we could start off with that. Let's copy this and then switch it up the second half. Yeah, so I want to make it sound interesting with the rolls, but I'm not trying to overdo it. One thing that's common in Future beats, especially on this new album, is a lot of repetitive open hats. Especially when they're layered with an 8-weight, it can just make it sound like it's punching harder. Yeah, there we go. I'm using a mix between Pyroverse and the Sacred Trap Suite. They just have my best trap sounds. I want to get this reverse open hat in. I always set the open hats to the same cut by number 2, just so they don't overlap. Just these little things that make your beat sound a bit cleaner. Okay, I'm going to bring this over because I want to make those 8-weights a little bit more interesting. So make the pattern longer, group it with Control and G. And in the second half, I think we'll go a little bit crazier. I always play around with octaves too, so you see these are just an octave apart from the root note. Sometimes you might just need to bring the velocity down a bit. Maybe at the end we could have the 8-weight match a snare roll. So if we just go back to the snare real quick. Let's move these over here. And you don't actually always need a kick, but the rack always goes well with that spins 8-weight. And for the mix, you've seen that I kind of mix as I go, especially when it comes to leveling. But we're going to send everything to mixers and just see where it's all hitting. Usually my melody is sitting somewhere around -6. But with my kick, I usually boost it, but this one's like pre-boosted, so you don't really need to do anything with it. Let's see what the drums sound like. If I'm using a kick, sometimes I'll bring the 8 weight down a bit, maybe just below where it's clipping. And then I have my snare underneath that, hats underneath that, and then all my perks underneath the main hat. So even before I've leveled it, everything's kind of hitting at the right points. And that's just going by ear as I'm making the beat. And on my master, I literally just have this soft clipper. With the open hats, because we've got a few different ones, we could pattern one to the right, one to the left, with one in the middle. Just trying to find balance. And on the main melody, I'm just cutting out the lows underneath, around 100. That just sounds right with the 8 weight. Honestly, that's really all the mix needs. This verse is sounding crazy too. I think we just let that play. Only thing I want to add is some type of bridge. So I'm going to bring this here, make this one unique, and just bring this down an octave instead of halftime. And then we'll add a synth bass, just to add a sort of dramatic feeling. We could come down in the scale like this. Skip the first one. Put it there, and then trim the end here. Take the beginning of this, but just that first part, and then repeat it like this. Also split these drums. Notice how I'm not adding 20 different percussion sounds. These beats don't really need it. Just gonna take the kick out to start the verse. We'll bring the drums over to this bridge. Maybe take the open hats out. Where that little 4 count starts, I'm just gonna take the kick and that first open hat, bring that back, do something like this. Also in this second half of this hook section, I'm just gonna pitch it up an octave. Yeah. Every time, man, that high octave one just sounds wild. We just need some type of intro, so maybe we could take this, take that 4 count again. Only other thing I might do is make some cuts in the hats or some of the other drums. So for example here, when the 8 weights are going a bit crazy, maybe we could let the hats breathe. And then we could take the whole thing, copy that over one more time. And just fade the end out. I think that's it, so let's hear it from the beginning. So just an 8-bar intro.
J Cactus.
Yeah, that drops high. Now we're bringing it up an octave. Verse goes crazy too, with those chops. You got the layer, rise the layer. Now the bridge. So yeah, I hope you guys like this one. I'm definitely hearing future on this. If you guys want to check out Co-Producer, I'll leave a link in the description. or if you want more videos just like it, click up here.